folks, Mike McGee here. It's finally here. You've been wanting it. It's all for you because this here is pork belly and ribs. That there, that's the deer that I got in the early velvet bow season. You saw me do it. Today is going to be the coming together of the piggy and the deer. I mentioned it in the video when I killed the deer. And since then, that's all you've been able to think about. But today it's going to happen. We're going to get this deer and lay out here and we're going to cut it off the bone. We're going to grind it up with Miss Piggy. This is going to be boy meet girl, literally. And we're going to make a sausage that I hope is worth eating. Let's do it. Like here, he's drying out. But I'll tell you, in these situations, this here is a cooler that pulls moisture out, so that really makes it nice. He's dry. So anyway, Miss Grace has to do some dishes, but she'll be back. Don't worry, she will be back. Probably before we get all this done, and probably in just a few seconds for you, because we're going to put it on a time lapse, and you're going to see these bones just start coming out of the woodwork as the meat disappears. We're going to be putting the meat in totes to grind later. And then she's going to be back probably before the skeleton is all the way. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to try to beat you because I'm going to be cutting fast as I can on that time lapse, okay?
But I'm going to do dishes later since the boys aren't done now.
What are the boys into?
Their school.
Oh,
yeah,
boy,
I got
okay.
done with my school before them, so.
Okay, because you're smart and quick.
Well, they both had 2 books, so.
Oh man, and you had 3.
No, they had 2 books left. 6
books
in all.
Oh man, I'm glad I'm not in school. All right, folks, I'm gonna make a cut for you on the regular video mode. That's right there is all you gotta do. That right there will go through the grinder just fine. We're just gonna be cutting this meat off, and you're gonna be watching us do it while listening to some wonderful music. Let's do it. We've got our meat ready to grind. but we've got a grinder that has a little bit of dullness to it. I'm just gonna show you what I learned from two guys in a cooler. I've done this several times, it works great. The main thing is you want a very flat surface. So I've got a piece of glass here. If you don't have a big, thick, strong piece of glass like this, you can actually purchase your own. They make them the size almost perfect to fit this. And so what we're gonna do, we got wet, dry sandpaper. Doesn't hurt it to get wet, and that's very important. We're gonna sharpen our coarse plate, and we're gonna sharpen our blade. Now, according to Mr. Eric, I really appreciate Mr. Eric, he's taught me this. We're just gonna put a little bit of water on here, and we'll have to add water as we go along, but that part is easy. Now, we're gonna start with our blade, and we're gonna keep our blade in reference to a time clock. That's how we're gonna go. And we will say this is the 12 o'clock position right here. And I will have the square with the paper. We're gonna start off with 80 grit, so it's a little bit more coarse than what we're gonna finish up with. We're gonna have it in the 12 o'clock position, and we're gonna go 10 times, pressing firmly and flatly, 10 times forward and backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At that point, we're gonna take it and just slightly turn it to the 1 o'clock position. Nothing major, just about 1 o'clock. And we're gonna go 10 times again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna return to 12 noon, and we're gonna do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that's what we've got there. Now we're gonna turn it exactly 180 degrees, and 12 noon is gonna be the opposite of what it just was. Just like this, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Return to 12 noon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that's all we're doing on the 80 grit. I'm gonna put this over here, and we will continue on with the lighter grits. We're gonna end at 150. Mr. Eric said 180. I don't have any 180. 150 is definitely good enough. So, for the sake of the video, I'm not gonna make you drag through this with me, but we've got the plate. We're gonna go through the same exact motion. Put some fresh water on here. 1 o'clock is gonna be the groove. We're gonna lay it on here just like this. Put firm pressure, 10 times forwards and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn it around. We'll say 6 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. back to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that was the first piece on these 2 items. I'm gonna do 10 on this as well, 10 on this as well, in all 4 positions. And then we're gonna start grinding. Let's do it. All right, here's our deer meat, here's our pork belly. We're gonna weigh this up and then we're gonna separate it into 2 batches and we're gonna make 2 different batches of sausage today. All right, for our first sausage, we're gonna go heavy on the Italian side. And if you watch last year's sausage videos, you'll know I came around to where I actually measure my salt now. 2 or 3 years ago, you watched my sausage videos, I didn't measure anything. Now, my official position is that any and all seasonings in sausage are basically irrelevant as far as the amount you use. They only slightly increase in strength, but salt is the baseline. So it's the one thing you can really screw up your sausage with. So this here just happens to be 40 pounds, and at 1.5 teaspoons per pound, that calls for 1 1/4 cup. Would you say that's a cup?
That's a cup.
All right. Now, as you see, we have not ground our meat yet. We're doing this the non-mixing way because my wife told me personally she don't want these batches to be with as much protein extraction because she would prefer them to be more crumbly. So we're going crumbly. There's a 1/4 cup going in with that. So the salt is done, and what you see now, anything else is left up to ad lib. So I'm going to give 4 things of fennel seed to Miss Merritt here. I'm going to take this coriander. Now she's going to pour all 4 of these containers of fennel seed in there because McGie just happens to like his fennel. Boy, that didn't want to come loose. Coriander does not have that heavy of a flavor. It's good. It definitely will affect it, but it's not terribly strong, so I'm just going to lay it to it. And you know what? I'm going to put it all in. I just used it all because I bought this yesterday and I saw my wife has a whole nother one. So it's gone. Rosemary leaves. You know rosemary's going to make it good. We're going to put some of that in there. You can sprinkle the black pepper on there if you'd like. This here, strictly Italian seasoning blend. So we know it's got oregano, it's got all that stuff in it already. Everything that would be an Italian seasoning. I'm not sure if these have to be cut open or if they can be, oh, they just tear. Nice. This is anise. Smell that. That's very similar to fennel, but not fennel.
It's much more sweet and almost fruity.
Yes. And I wish, and we're very jealous of you, being able to get yours open that quick. Yes, that is definitely different than fennel. So we're going with 2 on that. I have 1 thing of sage. I was going to put red crushed pepper in this, yeah. And I'm going to say pour all of it in.
Okay.
So this is 1 pack of sage. I get this sage at my local grocer. They cater to people like me. They sell these and these crushed red peppers. They've got them hanging up and you just pull them off this strip, and for $2.29 you can't beat it. So that's that. We've got our salt and our spices. It's going to be a spicy Italian. Now it's time to start grinding. The way we do this, a lot of times we don't even put the pan up here. We might have to with all this seasoning. You think it's gonna be falling everywhere.
It might.
Let's get the pan on this one. But when we go back through the second grind, you'll see we don't have the pan on there because it makes it easy just to make the balls of meat, put them through, and that's just the way we've got to doing it on this grinder. This is a meat brand grinder, M-E-A-T, meet your maker. And And that's what this deer and this pig just basically did. Yeah, perfect. Let's start out with a big old piece of pork belly. Oh, that grinder plate's cutting good now.
Yes, it is. No hesitation.
Yeah, we definitely need a plate on that.
It's already making a mess.
All right, this here is the first grind. We're gonna do 2 grinds on it. The second grind, we're gonna take this off and we're going to change this plate out to a fine plate. This was a very coarse plate. We're gonna change it out right now. And at that point, we're gonna put it back through.
This can't go in yet.
Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, now put that back on.
Alright, it's always good to have this pretty tight because your blade is literally, the only way it can cut is by turning against and shaving it off when the meat is pressed through the holes. So that's why we had to sharpen it, because evidently they weren't fitting smoothly. All right, we're gonna put this through real quick. Gonna throw you on a time lapse because there's no way you want to sit there watching us make little hot dogs out of this and dropping it in. But if we look like we are like chipmunks working fast, well, that's kind of fun. And good music. I already know what you're thinking because I've picked up a lot of subscribers since my last sausage video. You're thinking, McGee, why in the world is so dangerous? Don't do that. It's not so dangerous. I can not even get my hand in that deep when I'm trying to. It's not dangerous. Let's just say the throat is long enough that it is safe. Now we're frying this up a patty. We're gonna try this out right quick and see what the McGie Italian-ish sausage tastes like. All right, folks, this is the first patty of this 40-pound batch. We're gonna break it up in pieces. Everybody just break it off like this right here. That way, everybody can touch their own piece that way. We're hoping it's good.
Mm-hmm.
This is called the Italian batch.
That would call for Murphy's.
It's not as fatty as you'd think it'd be, really. So it does have the crumbly texture that my wife was wanting.
That's good.
I can clearly taste the Italian. Clear.
Yeah.
The spice is just back in there somewhere talking quietly. It's not really just burning you up.
For me, it is.
Come on.
Thank you.
For Grace, it's talking to her loudly.
You want some more?
No.
All right, we got another batch of sausage to make. I say let's get into it. And by the way, I failed to mention, this is Redmond's real salt. So this is 1 1/4 cup of salt here, folks. And now we can have some fun. The salt is done. I'm gonna let you do the black powder
Okay.
and both sages.
Okay.
I'm gonna do paprika. I'm not gonna go terribly heavy on it because the grease just comes out red. What I am gonna go heavy on is not this, because this is garlic powder. I'm gonna let that roll down in there about like that. What I am gonna go heavy on is the chocolate ghost pepper flakes. Grace sucked her breath in like she can't believe I would do that.
I can smell the ghost.
Oh, is it ever good? So there we go. We've got garlic, paprika, chocolate ghost, sage, black pepper, and salt. That's our flavor. That's our spice profile, as the fancy people want to say. Let's get to grinding and let's see what it tastes like. We're going to grind it. Oops. Sorry, folks. Here we go, folks. All right, here we go.
I think we both have the same goal in mind. Get to the venison.
Get to the bottom, yep.
You gonna be front and center this time.
Dog is drinking loudly.
Yes.
Let's wait for her to finish. She'll drink for 5 minutes. Just wait and see. I'm I'm telling you, folks. She ain't gonna stop drinking. She can't be thirsty anymore. All right, we'll try this. This is we're gonna call it the ghost pepper, not so spicy breakfast sausage. I've already cut them up for you. You don't even have to break them.
Get you a piece, Grace.
We put a lot more pepper in that last batch, so I don't think it's be that bad.
Mm-mm.
Now, why would somebody take meat and throw it out there, Mama?
Son, I was even nice and took you hunting.
Mm-hmm.
It's got just a bit of a kick on the back end.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. That pepper was very dry. It's going to take it a little while to rehydrate. When it does, it might not be Grace's favorite. It may not be Grace's favorite now. Look at her face. She said the more she chews, the hotter it gets.
Do you need to run for the water?
Hey, she's not done with school yet. Maybe she should do school instead of going for water.
It's been 20 minutes since I had it.
She gone. Yeah. All right.
I need water.
You need water.
Oh,
What do
boy.
you think about it? Good, bad, or indifferent? Thumbs up?
You'd want to have it?
I'm kind of making this for my wife, and I know she's going to like it, so that's all that matters, really. We're
Yeah.
going to vacuum seal both packages, both types. There's 40 pounds in each batch. Turned out perfect, I think. So, that's all I can tell you. Let's get to work. Hey, Grace, you want some more? There's more there. All right, it's time to stuff the sausage stuffer because we have discovered that if we fill this sausage stuffer up, we can fill these bags much easier. It'll be cleaner, they'll seal better, just all around better deal. The kids will be vacuum sealing. Miss Grace already filled out all of the Italian, which is what we're doing right now. Miss Merrick's doing the regular breakfast sausage. I say we need to get on with it. See what happens here. And it's going. There it went. It don't take a whole lot. It's gonna shoot me in the leg. Ah! I've got to get my chair and I've got to get my bags. You've done got my bags there. We are fixing to be in gear. All right, let's see if this thing will do it with this meat being a little tacky and a little dry. If it's too much for it, it'll just, oh, it's coming out. Boys, it's gonna work. Italian sausage coming up. You know I used to live in Italy?
No.
Italy, Texas.
There is a town named Italy, Texas.
All right, make sure that it gets pulled good and tie it across that way and we'll be in good shape.
Pull it tight.
It's called the biggest little town in Texas. Italy is. Oh, look, she's already back for more and I ain't even got the thing started hardly. Oh, it said that is not easy. It's doing it. When it's this thick, I can just go back and forth like this. Very methodical, very easy. Pinch it off. Look at that. Plenty of room to seal.
Beautiful.
Ha! All right, we're going to time lapse it now. Hope you enjoy. gonna be a log coming out right here pretty soon.
Third log of the day. Alright.
Pretty close.
So should me and Hunter have
Plop, plop.
plop, plop, ploppity boop.
All right, folks, there we go. This is the last one. There is a 40-pound batch. The first 40-pound batch is already in the freezer. I don't know how many of y'all said we were looking so forward to seeing the deer meet the pig. Well, the deer met the pig, and it's right here. And that's pretty awesome. Hope you enjoyed the sausage video. I can promise you this is the first of many, because this is just now getting started with the season, because it's still late summer. We just kind of got to jump on the season. But that's all we got for you today. We hope you have a great day. We will see you on the next video.